The world wants your focus, and it's winning. You're not distracted by accident. You were trained to be. From the alarm's first ring to the last second before sleep, there's an invisible thread tying your fingers to the screen. Every vibration is bait, every sound a command, every color a trap carefully designed to capture your mind. Companies discovered that human focus is the most valuable resource on the planet, and now everyone competes to buy yours. You think you're choosing what you consume, but it's the content that chooses who you become. You say, just one more video, but the algorithm already knows what will hold you for hours. It studies every gesture, every pause, every swipe. It knows when you're sad, anxious, tired. It knows what comforts you and what breaks you. It feeds you what keeps you weak. And the worst part is, you call this freedom. Distractions aren't harmless. They're poison that numbs you in small doses. They steal your time, fragment your purpose, weaken your will. You start the day with intention and end it with guilt. You feel like you lived, but remember nothing. You feel like you worked, but built nothing. And the emptiness grows. You no longer feel boredom, but you no longer feel meaning either. You can't stand silence because silence reveals you, and what silence reveals is what you've been trying to hide, the emptiness, the fear, the lack of direction. So you run, you scroll again, and again, and again, until you feel nothing, until you're numb, until time disappears. You haven't lost motivation. It's been drained drop by drop every time you chose easy pleasure over difficult achievement. Dopamine is emotional credit. It pays you in instant pleasure but charges you in apathy, fatigue, and dissatisfaction. Every addiction is a debt. Phone, series, porn, gossip, social media, small doses that give you the illusion of choice but are invisible chains. And when you wake up tired of life, it's just dopamine's bill coming due. Motivation doesn't vanish, it's hijacked. It's locked in a dark room while you feed your impulses, and the ransom is your focus. You search for motivation as if searching for fire in a storm, but it's always been inside you. It's just buried beneath the weight of distractions. Motivation isn't a spark, it's a consequence. It's born from action. It grows in discomfort. It blooms when you act even without will. You think you're tired because you work too much. But the truth is, you're tired because you stimulate too much. Your brain never rests. It's fed with notifications, sounds, lights, useless information, and you call that rest. But rest isn't that. Rest is absence of noise, and noise is what you consume the most. You're not exhausted by effort but by lack of direction, drained by overstimulation, not overwork. Your body craves rest, but your mind no longer knows silence. You try to sleep, but sleep doesn't come. When it does, it doesn't heal. You wake up heavy, distracted, empty. You want peace, but you look for it in places that sell chaos. You recharge with the same poison that made you sick. The fatigue you feel isn't physical, it's spiritual. It's your soul trying to rest in a body that never shuts down. You can't relax anymore. Even when everything's fine, something feels missing. Silence bothers you. Calm makes you feel guilty. Boredom has become a trigger for more stimulation, and stimulation has become your escape. You open your phone without noticing, open your feed without thinking, open your mind without filter, and wonder why you feel nothing anymore. That's chronic restlessness. The brain has lost the ability to be at peace with nothing, but nothingness is where focus is born. It's where ideas breathe. It's where the mind reconnects with what's real. The boredom you avoid is the cradle of clarity. But you destroy it before it blooms. You've become incapable of simply being. Restlessness eats you from within, and constant motion has replaced living. One day you're fine, the next you want to disappear for no reason. This fluctuation isn't weakness, it's chemistry. When dopamine dictates your mood, stability becomes impossible. You live in spikes, spikes of pleasure, distraction, stimulation, and any ordinary day feels unbearable. But it's in ordinary days that life happens. It's in silent routines that growth sprouts. You want to feel alive, but reject everything that builds life. Consistency, patience, calm. There's no evolution at the peak of dopamine, only escape. And each escape steals another fragment of your balance. You chase pleasure as if it were the fuel of existence. But pleasure isn't the destination. It's a signal, a sign that you're on the right path. Today, we chase pleasure for its own sake, without purpose, without direction. We want sensation without effort, victory without struggle, reward without merit. And the price is a numbed soul. Easy pleasure is sweet in the moment and bitter in memory. You want to feel something but don't want to build anything. You crave intensity but reject discipline. You want freedom but live enslaved to your impulses. Dopamine isn't the enemy, but excess dopamine is the anesthetic of consciousness, and the more numb you become, the more life passes unnoticed. Every time you choose easy pleasure, you push a responsibility into the future, and the future collects with interest. Responsibilities don't disappear. They pile up until they become weight. Weight of guilt, weight of regret, weight of emptiness. You want lightness, but carry tons of postponed decisions. You want freedom, but live chained by invisible threads. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's strength. It rebuilds the respect you've lost for yourself. Each kept promise is a brick in the wall of your dignity. Each completed task is a reminder that you still have power. I used to think all this was exaggerated. I thought dopamine detox was just a trend, until I realized my mind was no longer mine. I couldn't read a book, couldn't watch a movie without checking my phone, couldn't listen to silence without discomfort. Then I realized the problem wasn't time, it was control. And when you lose control of your attention, you lose control of your life. Dopamine made me run, but never arrive. It was like drinking seawater. The more I drank, the thirstier I became. The more I consumed, the emptier I felt. So I started small. I took my phone out of the bedroom, walked without headphones, read one page a day, wrote what I felt instead of trying to forget. And slowly I recovered pieces of my mind. Peace returned disguised as silence. Focus returned disguised as boredom. Purpose returned disguised as simplicity. The first step isn't quitting everything, it's realizing how trapped you are. How many times do you grab your phone on impulse? How many times do you chase pleasure to escape discomfort? How many times do you distract yourself to avoid feeling what you must feel? Those are your triggers, and each trigger recognized is a broken chain. Freedom begins with awareness, with discipline, with silence. You don't need to eliminate dopamine. You need to teach it to work for you, not against you. Dopamine is a compass, not a cage. But you must aim it in the right direction. Progress, purpose, creation. One day, you'll wake up and realize the noise no longer rules you. You'll look at your phone and feel no urgency. You'll feel pleasure in simple things, pride in silence, peace in boredom. You'll understand that true power isn't in seeking pleasure, but in mastering the desire for it. You won't become a monk. You'll become free. Dopamine isn't a villain, it's a flame, but a flame without control becomes wildfire. So find your triggers, observe your impulses, and begin today the journey back to your mind, because the enemy was never the world outside, it's the noise within. If this text spoke to you, don't ignore it. It's your consciousness trying to breathe. You don't need to change everything now, but you need to start. Lower the noise. Choose discomfort. Take back control. Stop running from pain. It's not your enemy. It's the map. Through it, you rebuild yourself. Uninstall what distracts you. Read what expands you. Say what must be said. Breathe what brings you presence. Feel boredom without fear. The dopamine cycle won't free you, but you can free yourself from it. The world doesn't need more fast people. It needs more present people. Maybe this is your first step. Not toward more stimulation, but toward silence, toward focus, toward reconnection. Because freedom begins when the noise ends. If this text spoke to you, don't ignore it. It's your mind knocking on the door you locked with distractions. You don't need to be a hero today. Just take an honest step. Lower the noise. Choose discomfort. Take back control. Stop running from pain. It didn't come to crush you. It came to shape you. Uninstall an app. Read a chapter. Walk without headphones. Look at the sky. Feel boredom without fear. Do something difficult on purpose. The dopamine cycle won't free you, but you can free yourself from it. The world doesn't need more accelerated people. It needs present ones. And maybe this is your first step, not toward more noise, but toward the silence where your true self has been waiting for you. Modern slavery has no iron chains. It has Wi-Fi, notifications, and hurry. And the key to escape is closer than it seems. It's the moment you choose to feel what you've been avoiding. And for the first time in a long time, hear yourself again.